All right, what we want to do here is another little coding challenge. So we're going to be given some arrays that hold the food dislikes for various people. So you can imagine that you have a group of people that are going to go out to eat or something like that, and they all have various things that they don't like, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to be given an array that holds all the available food, okay? So the idea is that you're going to create a function that returns a list of foods that no one in the group objects to eating. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. You'll see my solution, but basically what you want to think about is the last lesson we talked about where you can go through and search, right, looking for each element of an array. Okay, remember you can use that index of method. And so you want to see if there's a match there, and if there is, you want to use your splice to basically remove that, okay? So it also says here your function should not modify the original list of all available foods. So I have here a little hint for that, array.slice, okay, with no arguments inside. You can Google search this, how to make a shallow copy. I know we haven't covered this in great detail, but you should remember from the slice lesson, okay, where we talked about that you can make a copy by doing array, whatever the array name is, .slice with your parentheses, nothing inside, okay? Then we want to create a simple menu based on the lists. Okay, so I know this one's a little bit challenging. I've got some test data here for you. I've got Jennifer, those are her dislikes. I've got Max, those are his dislikes. I've got the menu items here. And then for test data 2, just throwing another person in the mix. So we have Ben, and those are his dislikes. Now, I just want you to make this as dynamic as possible. So you have to be thinking about ways to where if we expanded this again, let's say I gave you test data 3, okay, you don't have to go back into the function and keep updating things. It's still going to work by you putting another person's dislikes in there. So go ahead and pause the video, give it an honest try on your own, and I'll be here for the solution. All right, so hopefully you gave that a shot. I know this one is kind of difficult for us at this level. So I'm just going to start by making a first function. I'm going to end up creating two functions. If you want to put a function inside of another function or you want to do this a different way, that's up to you. But I'm going to start by saying I have something like function, and I'm going to call this modify foods, okay? So this is something I'm going to call inside of another function. So I'm going to start with a small array, and then I'm going to start with a big array, okay? So the idea here is that the small array is going to be your dislikes, okay? That's going to be passed in as an array. And the big array is going to be the available food, so your menu items as an array, okay? So what I want to do, I want to go through everything for the small array. So I want to go small array dot forEach. Okay, so I'm going to use this method here. So what do I want to do inside? Again, you can use an arrow function, you can use a regular anonymous function, whatever you want to do. Let's use an arrow function. So I'm going to go element. I'm just going to call it that generically. Again, I'm using an arrow function here. So because I have one parameter, I don't need parentheses there. If you have some kind of auto formatter, a lot of times it'll put it in there for you. But basically, I'm going to leave this blank here. And the first thing I want to think about doing here is taking everything in small array. That's why I have the forEach. And I want to go through and I want to search through the big array to see if there's a match, okay? So if there's a match, I want to get the index of that guy, and I want to use that index to remove it from that array. So I'm just going to first go const my index, okay? And I'm going to set this equal to, I'm going to go big array, okay, dot index of, and then I'm going to use the element itself, okay? So let's stop for a minute. Let's think about what this is going to do. If I pass in a smaller array and a big array, okay, what's going to happen is I'm going to start with the first element of the small array in the forEach process. So that's this right here, whatever it is. Let's say it was chicken, okay? And then it's going to go through and it's going to say big array.index of is chicken in there. If it finds it, it's going to give me the index of where chicken is, okay? If it doesn't find it, it's going to give me -1. So what I want to do here is I want to say if, I'll basically say my index is greater than -1. Well, we want to modify this big array, okay? So we're going to use the splice for that. So I'm going to go big array, okay, dot splice, and then I'm going to put my index in here. So that's the start position. That's this right here, okay? And then I'm going to put 1 because I want to delete one guy, okay? Now, a lot of you might be thinking, well, you're modifying the original array. I'm going to take care of that in the other function that's going to call this, okay? So again, you might have done this differently. This is up to you. But right now, this guy will work. Basically, if I pass something in here, a smaller array and a bigger array, it's going to go through each element of the small array, and it's going to check in the big array if it's there. If it is, it's going to remove it from the big array, okay? So let's go down here. Let's write another function that's going to use this function. And so I'm going to call this function get foods, okay? And then I'm going to have an array of, let's say, dislikes. Okay. So basically, if you go back through like the test data, you have like Jennifer and you have Max. So I would have an array that contains Jennifer as the first element, which would have all these. Then Max as the second element, which would have all these, so on and so forth. So this is a nested array. Okay. So the array of dislikes. And then I also want my array for, let's say, all foods. Okay. And what you call this is up to you. It really does not matter. So the first thing is I'm going to make a copy of all foods. I'm going to need that. Remember, we don't want to modify it. So I'm going to go const. I'm just going to go, let's say, all foods copy, call it whatever you want. I'm just going to go all foods dot slice. Okay. And basically parentheses, this is going to make a shallow copy. Okay. Good enough for us for right now. Now, what I want to do is I want to go through each one of these. So again, I can use the forEach method. Remember, this is basically a nested array. So if I go array of dislikes dot forEach, okay, basically inside of here, let's use another arrow function. So I'm going to go element. So each one of these is an array itself, okay? Each element is an array itself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call this modify foods here, okay, with that array, right? Because each element is an array. So that's going to be the smaller array I'm looking at. And then the big array is going to be from the all foods copy, okay? So I'm going to go modify foods, okay? And then I'm going to be passing in the element here, the element, which is the individual array, the smaller array. Okay, so we're just going to put comma, and then we're going to go all foods copy, okay? So because I'm working with the all foods copy, it's going to modify that, and it's not going to modify the all foods, okay? So let me put a semicolon here. And then in the end, because we don't have access to the all foods copy outside of the function, we need to return this, right? So we're going to have access to the all foods, but not the all foods copy, because this is something we made a copy of. So I'm going to return the all foods copy, okay? So basically at this point, we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and test this out. And I know everything's off the screen here. So basically you see all these menu items. You've got egg rolls, chips with salsa, pork dippers, the meatballs, tacos, salad, hamburgers, tuna, veal, pizza, chicken, fried rice, and pasta. And we've got Jennifer and Max that we're going to start with test data 1. So let me go ahead and call this guy. I'm going to go something like const, I don't know, something like what can we eat? I know that's a long name, but let's make it descriptive. So I'm going to call, let's see, the function name for this was get foods. So get foods. And I want to pass in, the first thing is going to be an array of dislikes, okay? So I want to pass in, I'm going to create an array here, and I'm going to start with Jennifer. And then I'm also going to put Max in there. So those are the only two for right now. And then for the all foods, again, if I come up here, that array was called menuItems, okay? So I'm going to pass that in as well. So menuItems, okay? So let's just console.log what can we eat, okay, like this. Let's also console.log the menuItems array. We'll just compare them. We can remember here that Jennifer doesn't like tacos, hamburgers, and meatballs, and Max doesn't like tuna, veal, or chicken, okay? So we're going to see that stuff get removed. So let's pop open the terminal, and let's go ahead and run this. And so you see this first guy has it removed, right? So the second guy, if you compare the two, and I know it's kind of hard with the screen, but basically remember Jennifer doesn't like tacos. So if you search through the second one, you see tacos here. If you search through the first one, tacos have been removed. Then Jennifer doesn't like hamburgers or meatballs. Here's meatballs and here's hamburgers, but it's been removed up here, right? Then for Max, he doesn't like tuna, veal, or chicken, right? So you don't see tuna, veal, or chicken in here. You have your chicken here, you have your veal here, and you have your tuna here, right? So you see the function is working as expected. Okay, so let's come back and let's get rid of these console.logs. We don't need them. What I want to do now, because what can we eat is an array, I can use the forEach method to build a little menu. So I'm just going to go what can we eat .forEach, okay? And basically inside, I'm just going to use a little arrow function. So let's do item and set up our little arrow function. And what do I want to do? Well, I need to basically get a string going. So let me come out here and go let my string equal. And I'm going to start this off by saying menuItems, okay, something like this. And then inside of here, I'll go my string plus equals, and I'm just going to go something like item, and then we'll do $ curly braces, and we'll reference that item there, okay? So that's it. I mean, basically we'll come down here, and we can console.log the my string guy. And basically it's going to give us a list of the available items, right? Taking out what Jennifer doesn't like and taking out what Max doesn't like. And I called this item and I called this items. I can see that lighting up on me, so that's going to be an issue. So let's pop this up and clear this. And let's go ahead and run this. And it doesn't look so good because I really should put a new line in here. So let me put a \n here. Let's pop this open and clear this and run this. So now we get something that looks decent. So we have the menu items, we have egg rolls, chips with salsa, pork dippers, salad, pizza, fried rice, and pasta. Okay, so that's basically where meatballs have been removed, tacos have been removed, hamburgers have been removed, tuna has been removed, veal has been removed, and lastly, chicken has been removed, right? All the other items are available because nobody disliked it. Okay, so let's pop this closed and let's make one other change here. We have test data 2, which is with Ben, okay? So we should see egg roll, salad, and fried rice being taken out now. So I'm just gonna modify this function call here where we first put Jennifer and Max in the array. So now I'm going to put Ben in there as well. And again, Ben doesn't like egg rolls, salad, or fried rice, right? So that's gonna come out as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop this open and run this. And actually I should probably clear it first so we can see it. So we run this now, and so now we just have chips with salsa, pork dippers, pizza, and pasta because we've removed the egg rolls, the salad, and the fried rice, right? So now we only have chips with salsa, pork dippers, pizza, and pasta for everyone to enjoy. Everything else was something that somebody disliked.